Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. And today we're going to crochet this very cute little sunflower purse. I just made this for my cute little nieces Mia and Ellen. I'm going to make one more so they can have one each. It's pretty fast and easy to make, so you can easily join if you are just a beginner crocheter. So if you want to make this purse for an adult size, you can just adjust the strap here and make it a little bit longer if you want to. So with all that said, let's just get started. For my purse, I am going to use Drops Paris in these 5 different colors. And I'm going to use 1 skein of these first 4 colors and 2 skeins of this last beige color here. I will also need a 4.5mm crochet hook, a darning needle, and some scissors. I'm going to start off with using the brown color, and I'm going to make a slip knot. So I will form a loop and place my working yarn behind the loop and grab my yarn with my hook and pull tight. And then I'm going to chain 4. So yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. 1, 2, 3, and 4 times. I am then going to join these 4 chains with a slip stitch into the first chain. So I will insert the hook and pull up a loop, pull through the loop on the hook. So I now have a very small circle here that I can work my stitches into. To begin round 1, I'm going to chain 3. And the chain 3 will count as the first double crochet of the round. I will make 15 more double crochet here into the circle. So I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. A total of 15 times. So I now have 16 double crochet, including the chain 3 that counts as a double crochet. So I'm going to end the round with a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. And I'm going to fasten off my yarn to attach a new color. So I'm just going to tie a little knot here. And I'm just going to attach my new color of yarn into any one of the stitches in the round. So I will just insert my hook here from the back side into one of the stitches and pull my new yarn through. And I will tie a knot. And to start round 2, I'm going to insert my hook and chain 2. And round 2 is going to be a round of 16 puff stitches all the way around. So to make a puff stitch, I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook and pull up a loop. And again, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop. And one more time, yarn over, insert, and pull up a loop. So I now have 7 loops on the hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through the first 6 loops, then yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. And I'm going to chain 2. And I will just continue to make a puff stitch into every stitch around. So yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert, and pull up a loop a 3rd time. Then yarn over and pull through 6 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then chain 2. And continue around. And here at the end of the round, I'm just going to chain 1 and make a slip stitch into the first stitch. And the slip stitch will count as the last chain. So I'm going to fasten off my yarn. And I'm ready to attach the yellow color. So I will just attach the yarn into any one of the chain spaces here in the round. And I will tie a knot. And round 3 is going to be a round of cluster stitches into every chain space in the round. So I'm going to insert my hook and pull up a loop, yarn over and chain 2. And to make the first cluster stitch here, I'm just going to crochet 2 double crochet together. So I will yarn over and insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then yarn over and insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So I now have 3 loops on the hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And then I will chain 2. So for the first cluster stitch here, the 2 chains will count as the first double crochet in the cluster stitch. So into the next space, we're going to crochet 3 double crochet together. So yarn over and insert, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over again, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, again yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So I now have 4 loops on the hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. And I will chain 2 again. And I will just continue to make a cluster stitch into every chain space of the round. So 16 cluster stitches in total. So I will again crochet 3 double crochet together. And chain 2 in between every cluster stitch. And here at the end of the round, I'm just going to chain 1 and I will make a slip stitch into the top of the chain 2 here. And the slip stitch will count as the last chain of the round. So I'm going to fasten off my yarn. And I am now ready to just attach the green color into any one of the chain spaces here in the round. So I will just pull my yarn through and tie a knot. So for round 4, we are going to turn the circle here into a square. So I'm going to start with making the first corner. I'm going to pull my yarn through and make 4 chains. And the 4 chains here will count as the first treble crochet of the round. So next I'm going to make 2 more trebles into the same space. So I will yarn over twice, insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. And again, yarn over twice, insert the hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And to make the corner, I'm just going to chain 2. And then I will make another 3 trebles into the same space. Next, I'm going to chain 1 and make 3 double crochet into the next chain space. And next chain 1. And I will do that into the next 2 chain spaces. So 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet and chain 1. So the first side of my square is now complete, and I'm going to make the next corner into the next chain space. So again, I will make 3 trebles into the same space. Then chain 2 to make the corner, and another 3 trebles into the same space. And I will chain 1. And I will make the next side of my square just like before. So 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1 and 3 double crochet into the next 3 spaces. And I will chain 1, and I will make the next corner of my square just like I did before. Again chain 1 and make the next side of my square. So 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1 and 3 double crochet into the next 3 spaces. And again I will chain 1 and I will make the last corner of my square just like before. So 3 trebles, chain 2 and 3 trebles into the same space. And I will chain 1 and make the last side of my square just like before. So 3 double crochet into the same space. And chain 1. And here at the end of the round, I'm just going to chain 1 and make a slip stitch into the top of the chain 4. So insert and pull my yarn through, pull through the loop on the hook. And I will fasten off my yarn. And I'm now ready to attach the beige color to my square. And I'm just going to attach it to any one of the stitches in the round. Not into the chain spaces, but into one of the actual stitches here. And I will insert my hook and pull my yarn through and chain 1. And the chain 1 here will not count as a stitch, so I'm going to make a single crochet into this same stitch. So insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And I will make a single crochet into the next stitch. And I will make a single crochet into the next chain 1 space. And I will just continue all the way up to the next corner here. So just a single crochet into every stitch and a single crochet into every chain 1 space. And into the corner here, I'm going to make 3 single crochet. And for the side of my square, I'm going to make a single crochet into every stitch and a single crochet into every chain 1 space. And I will just continue in this way all the way around. So into every corner, I will make 3 single crochet. Into every side of the square, I will make a single crochet into every stitch and a single crochet into every chain space. So I will just continue and meet you at the end of the round. So here at the end of the round, I'm just going to make a slip stitch into this very first stitch. And I'm going to chain 1 to start the next round. And to start round 6, I'm going to make a single crochet into the next 11 stitches. And I will start with the first stitch here that I just came out of. And I will then make 3 single crochet into the next stitch. And I will then make a single crochet into the next 21 stitches until I reach this next corner here. And to create the next corner, I'm just going to make 3 single crochet into the middle of these 3 single crochet from the previous round. So into the middle stitch here, I will make 3 single crochet. And I will just continue this way all the way around. So a single crochet into every stitch of the side of the square and 3 single crochet into the middle of the 3 stitches here. So in the middle stitch of the 3 in the corners, I will make 3 single crochet. And the next round is basically going to be a repeat of the previous round. Only I will need to make a small buttonhole here in the top of the purse. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to do when I get to that point. But for now, I'm just going to make a single crochet into every stitch and 3 single crochet into every corner. Now here in the top of my purse, I'm going to make a single crochet into the next 10 stitches. And then I'm going to chain 3, and that is going to make the buttonhole. So chain 3, and I will skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, and make a single crochet in the next stitch. And I will make a single crochet into the next 9 stitches. So I now have this little buttonhole here in the middle of this row. So I will just continue around and meet you at the end of the round. So here at the end of the round, I'm going to make a slip stitch into the first stitch. And for the next 2 rounds, I'm just going to make a single crochet into every stitch around and 3 single crochet into the corners of the square. And when I reach the buttonhole here, I'm just going to make 3 single crochet directly into this chain space. All right, so we're back again, and I have just ironed and blocked my front piece here so that it is completely perfectly square. And I have also made a piece here for the back side of my purse. And it is completely identical to the front piece, only I have not made the buttonhole here. So now we are going to turn this piece into a purse. So to start the next round, I am going to chain 1. And the chain 1 will count as the first slip stitch of the round. So I will make another slip stitch into the next stitch and every stitch all the way up to the next corner and all the way up to this next corner. So I will insert my hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through the loop on the hook. And I will make sure not to make my slip stitches too tight. So now that I have reached this last corner, I'm just going to switch to a 5mm crochet hook. And that is because I'm going to make a row of chains for the strap of my purse. And I really don't want my chains to be too tight. So I will chain 80. So now I have 80 chains, and with 80 chains, I'm not going to have a very long strap. This is meant for a child purse, but if you are making the purse for an adult, I will suggest that you make probably twice as many chains. So now I'm going to attach the strap to the purse here into the next corner. So I'm just going to insert my hook and make a slip stitch. And I will just switch my hook again to the 4.5mm, and I will continue to make the slip stitches all the way around. So here at the end of the round, I'm going to start working on the bottom of my purse. So I'm going to chain 2, and the chain 2 here will not count as a stitch. So I'm going to make a double crochet here into the same stitch. So yarn over and insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And next I will make a double crochet into the back loops of the stitches all the way around up until this next corner. So I'm going to yarn over and turn my work a little bit around and make a double crochet into the back loop of the stitch. Okay, so now that I've reached the strap here, I'm going to make a double crochet into every back bump. Here on the back side of the stitches we have these little bumps, and into them I'm going to make a double crochet all the way around in the strap. So yarn over and turn the stitch around and make a double crochet into the back bumps. So now that I've made the strap here, I'm just going to continue to make double crochet stitches all the way around here. And again, I will just work into the back loops of the stitches. So here at the end of the round, I'm going to make a slip stitch into the first stitch right here. And I will fasten off my yarn. And then I will just take my back panel of my purse right here and make a round of slip stitches all the way around. So I'm going to chain 1, and the first chain is going to count as the first slip stitch. So I will go into the next stitch and make another slip stitch. And slip stitch all the way around. And here at the end, I'm just going to fasten off my yarn. So now that the back panel here is all done, I'm going to place it upon the front panel with the wrong side out, like so. And I'm going to sew this back panel onto the front panel here. So I'm going to attach my needle here into the first stitch here in the corner, in the back loops only. So I will just tie a knot, and I will sew the two panels together using the mattress stitch. So I'm going to insert my needle here into the stitch on the other side. And I will again insert my needle into the stitch here on the opposite side. And remember to only insert the needle into the back loops of the stitches. And I will just continue all the way around the purse. So now I'm all done sewing the back panel onto my purse, and I have just turned my work with the right side out. So I will just fasten off my yarn. And of course I will also weave in the rest of the yarn tails. And now all that is left to do is just to sew in a button here so I can close my little purse. So I have a button here that measures 2 millimeters in diameter, and I will place it here on the back side. And I think I'm going to use the dark side here of the button, just to give a nice contrast. And I will make sure that the button is placed precisely on the opposite side of my buttonhole. So I will just sew it in very thoroughly. And once I've sewed in my button, I'm just going to weave in the yarn tails here at last. So now that we are all done, we can just turn the purse around and close it with the button. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And if you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel for a lot more crocheting tutorials. I hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.